Hey, what's up guys? Dylan here from Iceberg TV. Today I saw on Instagram that Paul McBeth is officially going to be working with VESSI shoes for the 2025 disc golf season. This is also the sneaker or shoe choice of two-time world champion Isaac Robinson. So I thought this would be a really great time to just do an overall review. I have worked with VESSI on and off for about the last 2 years. I've worn, these are the Storm Burst. These are like the more high top version that you see Isaac Robinson wear, and you'll probably see Paul McBeth wearing these as well. They have a bit more high ankle than some of their other designs. These things are 100% waterproof. VESSI has some access to some really amazing technology where the sneakers have the material very similar feel-wise to like a Nike Flyknit style shoe. So you get sort of that stretchy, sort of athletic, kind of polyester-y sort of blend feel-wise, but these things are 100% waterproof, and I have never had an issue stepping into the water to get my disc out of the water, walking through ponds. It's funny, some courses in Charlotte have a little creek that might run through the course. Everybody sort of lines up to go through over the little bridge. I just walk straight through the water because I know these are 100% waterproof, and it's just funny to be able to just walk through the water and not have to worry about your feet getting wet. Now, these are actually not my favorite VESSI shoes. My favorite VESSI shoes are actually these guys right here. These are the Weekend. The Weekend model is like a Vans style low top. I think these look a lot more clean overall. The fit is very similar as well. It's at that same sort of flexible type blend. And then it's got a pretty nice like multi-directional traction pattern. And if you were to play in Vans, I know we have a few players on tour that will play in Vans. I think Gannon plays in Vans, Drew Gibson. I think these kind of flat types of shoes are really good for disc golf. You have a lot of surface area where you're going to have good contact with the tee pad, but you're not going to have so much grip to where you're not actually allowing your foot to sort of rotate through the shot. If your foot oversticks and you have like super chunky traction on the bottom of your shoe, I know I've had issues where my foot, I plant and I throw my backhand and my foot doesn't rotate. And for me, it's my knee. My knee will just sort of take the pressure of my foot not rotating properly. So I feel like as far as disc golf goes, these sort of Vans style shoes work really well for a lot of players. And I think most players are getting away from these also have similar traction, but it's quite a bit chunkier. These are a bit less chunky, but I really don't think you need those big chunky hiking shoes for disc golf. I don't think they look very good, and I also don't think they perform very well either. And we see a lot of our top players, just like I said before, just wearing like Vans style shoes. So I think these look super clean. These are the Weekend 1.5 model. And I used to have the white bottoms, but obviously you can see playing disc golf in these for like a year and a half, maybe a year and a few months. These are absolutely decimated, but I have no holes. We obviously have some wear and tear in play here, but the Flyknit, for me at least, hasn't torn anywhere. Also on these Storm Bursts, I did pretty much absolutely decimate a pair of these. And I don't drag my toe a lot on backhand. I do a little bit on forehand, and I never had the front of these shoes rip. I've played disc golf in these quite a bit. I've played disc golf in these like a lot. And there is a little bit of wear and tear on the top here where this fraying might eventually lead to a hole. But I've probably played a few hundred rounds in these specific shoes. And VESSI's, they've been hooking me up with shoes for a long time, so I always have a fresh pair on deck. I actually keep these ones fresh for if I'm going out to dinner, going out, hanging out with friends. Like these are shoes that I actually wear because they not only are a high performance shoe, but they're also waterproof. And they also, in my opinion, look really clean. My overall experience with the VESSI shoes is that they were more durable than I expected them to be. If you're a really bad toe dragger, there is no shoe that's going to last the test of time for you. You shouldn't really be dragging your toe when you throw anyway, but if you do, you'll probably destroy these. But you're also going to destroy literally any other shoe you wear because the top of your shoe is never going to be designed to handle being scraped against concrete. No shoe is designed to handle that sort of issue. But the fit, I think these fit true to size. I feel like that's something worth noting. But in my opinion, these fit pretty true to size. I have relatively wide feet and I have no issues With the fit, again, true to size. If you wear a 10, go ahead and get a 10. That's what I always say about VESSIs. The one thing where I don't love these, and I've actually been wearing my Lems Primal, whatever, they're discontinued now. It's the shoes I've been wearing in probably the last like 25 to 50 videos, and a couple of you guys have actually asked me about those. I'll probably do a review on those eventually, but they're actually discontinued now. But why I bring up those Lems is the Lems shoes have a much wider toe box than these, and I have been running a lot. I just did my first half marathon a couple months ago now. That was back in November. And as far as the health of my feet go, I actually switched to toe socks pretty much full time. And these are a little bit more narrow than my Lems. All of the Lems shoes have a massively wide toe box, so your feet have a little more room to sprawl out and get a little bit more natural foot function inside of the shoe. So between all the running, the disc golf, the weightlifting and training that I do, I really just try to take extra good care of my feet. So with that being said, if I wear these for a long time, I do feel a little bit restricted, but that's just because I've been wearing wide toe box shoes and toe socks for so long now that my feet, I feel like, really need to be able to sprawl out. And these, if I was to get another pair of these, I would probably get them in a 1 wider width if that was an option through VESSI. But overall, I would give these shoes on a scale of 1 to 10. I'd probably give them like an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10. They perform, they have good tractions. In my opinion, these are better than Vans for disc golf. These are a better active wear shoe than Vans, but they have that nice, sleek, cool Vans look to them. And I really appreciate VESSI for sending me shoes over the years. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool that Paul McBeth is now going to be rocking these. Isaac Robinson, he's had VESSI on his back all last year. He's winning world titles in VESSIs. So obviously he's made them work. I've made them work. I really like the Weekend a lot. A lot of people are going to get these, and they're great. The only difference between this guy and this guy is these, in my opinion, are super ugly, singular purpose shoe that you're just basically essentially getting waterproofing all the way up to the ankle. If you're not going to be walking around in ankle deep water, in my opinion, you're better off with the Weekend. I just think this is a sleeker shoe. It looks better. Overall, I feel like it's performed just as good as those, but they're just substantially less hideous. These are like really, really cool looking shoes. These are not so much really good looking shoes. They're cool like hiking shoes if you're into that sort of thing. The traction is slightly chunkier, but I've thrown so many, here, I'll even show you guys the traction on the bottom of these. So here is the fresh traction of a brand new pair, and then here's the traction of a pair that I just wore to absolute death. So on the right shoe from backhand, this little side is like slightly worn off, but this tread obviously, honestly, still has a lot of life left in it. And there's just no reason for me going forward to get any more of these. The high ankle is nice if that's something you're into, but I feel like more people are leaning towards playing disc golf in these type of shoes. So I actually would advise getting the Weekend over the Stormburst. Even though this is what Isaac and Paul wear, I think you'll have a better wearer's experience with the Weekend. But that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Stay humble, live with gratitude. I'll catch you in the next one, and take care.